All right, guys. So today's video, I wasn't planning on doing. This is one of those like pull back the curtain type of videos. And I think this one's important for both creators and you guys as viewers. Now, to kind of give you an idea of what all's going on, there's this group that's called TeamPixel. It's hashtag TeamPixel. You've probably seen it in YouTube videos. You've seen it on Twitter posts or Instagram posts. And what this is a group of people that get sent out the latest Pixel devices. It could be the phones, it could be the earbuds, it could be whatever, but it's usually the newest device coming out. And really, this is a group that's put together to kind of help promote or push Pixel devices. But I have actually been a part of TeamPixel for years. I think it started with the Pixel 4, maybe, if I'm not mistaken. And so I've always been sent out the latest Google Pixel phone, but there's never been any stipulations. There's never been anything that says I have to do a video on it. It never says I have to use it as my phone. There's nothing like that. It's only said that if I do a video or if I share pictures or videos from the phone, that I use hashtag TeamPixel and hashtag gift from Google. That way people know that it was sent from Google. Now, you would initially think that this is something that Google themselves are doing, and it's not. There is a separate company called 1000 Heads. This is the company that handles sending out the Pixel devices. They're the company that picks the creators that it goes out to. They're the company that communicates everything. Now, I am going to say this, even though it's a side company handling this, Google still hired this company. So Google still pretty much, I think, knows who the devices are going to. Google would know what kind of communication are going out to these people. And I think that's important because what we're going to talk about, I think, affects, again, reviewers and also you guys as just normal subscribers or viewers. So what's happened recently with the new Pixel lineup of phones coming out, the agreement had been sent out to all the people that are on Team Pixel about the whole process. It's just something that's standard, but what wasn't standard? And one thing that was in this, agreement was that if you're going to do a video on the product and if you're going to talk about another product in the video, if you showed any kind of favor to the other product, that this would end your relationship with basically being on Team Pixel. I'll pull it up here so you guys see the exact wording. And so this definitely rubbed a lot of reviewers the wrong way. And now it's been put out there, so a lot of people that are just fan of tech in general has been rubbed the wrong way, and they don't know who to actually believe or who to trust, and they think this is a really shitty move by Google. And I kind of agree with all of this, and I kind of disagree with all of this, and I'll explain why. I am no longer on Team Pixel, so this has nothing to do with one thing over the other, because they can just choose to drop you at any moment and never let you know. I mean, I didn't get the Pixel Fold, I didn't get the new lineup of phones, so I'm pretty much off Team Pixel. And a lot of other creators that I know have also been kicked off Team Pixel, but I've also seen that creators that I know are now deciding to distance themselves from being on Team Pixel because of this that's going out that says that they can't favor another device, which I completely understand creators not agreeing to this. This is not something that I would agree to, but I don't always cover the Pixel products on this channel. I don't actually do reviews on them all the time. I've done a couple of videos on them, trying to go at them from like a different approach. Mainly what I'll do is share photos or videos from the Pixel devices, and it usually gets a lot of traction. There's a lot of people that's always interested in what the Pixel phones can do because that's what they're known for, their cameras. Going back to all of this, the communication sent out to these different people on Team Pixel was sent out from 1000 Heads and not sent out from Google themselves. Now, I'm going to say that I still think Google knows what 1000 Heads is going out because Google is too big of a company to have a side company handle things and not actually get the final say-so on. There's a lot of people that are just really frustrated with this. Creators are like, hell no, I'm not going to agree to this, or this is just a shitty way to do things. And then, people that watch tech reviews are like, well, now, wait a minute. Now, which reviews do I trust? Because now all these people that got the product early, I can see that they're not going to be able to talk about another device favorably over the Pixel phones. That's not necessarily true, because Google sending out review units to reviewers is different than 1000 Heads sending out pixel units to TeamPixel. The only way you're going to know this, and this is because this is something they have to agree upon, you're going to see hashtag TeamPixel or hashtag gift from Google on the video or on the article or on the picture or video or whatever. If you see that, then these people are a part of TeamPixel. If you don't see that, you have to assume that they either bought the phone themselves or it was sent out from Google. So that's how you should be able to know and separate one from the other. Everybody that is a reviewer, anybody that calls themselves a reviewer, it should be from your perspective. Do not sign contracts, do not sign anything that says that a company gets to preview your video before you release it. Do not agree that you will only receive the product and talk about the product if you talk about it positively and only positive. I've seen that so many times. Yes, this can burn the bridge between you and a company that's trying to send you stuff. There's a lot of companies that will no longer work with me because I won't sign a certain contract or I won't agree to certain terms. And one of those is Sennheiser. And I'm still a fan of them. It doesn't change how I feel about them, but they didn't like the way that I reviewed a wireless mic that they sent me. And so they cut off sending me anything ever since. Some people will just only continue to talk positive about stuff because they want to keep that relationship with these companies. They like the free stuff, and it's worth trading in their dignity or their relationship with their own fans because they want to keep this relationship with the company. Now, I'm not saying that all reviewers do this. I'm not saying that reviewers that only talk positive about stuff do this, because I'm one of those. I generally only cover products that I like, that I enjoy, and that I want to share with my audience. But there's a lot of stuff I don't like. There's a lot of stuff that I have issues with, and then I just generally don't cover them because that's just how I approach this channel. I think it's important that if you have to buy products to talk about, it's fine. I mean, it's how I started this channel. It's how I had to do it for years until I could get to a point where companies would send out stuff. But companies have to also realize that if you're going to send something out for a review, you are open to whatever criticism or whatever problems people are facing. That's their job. And it's not your job to use these creators as promoters, as marketers, and people that are there just simply to push your product. Like, I don't work for Sennheiser. I don't work for Google. So at the end of the day, the GameSkey brand, something that I've built up, is more important to me than all of those other brands that, you know, at the end of the day, could really care less about my channel or my audience unless it's just a branch of being able to promote their products. So going back to being dropped from TeamPixel, I want to go back to this because there's kind of an interesting story here. The only issue that I have with Google, there's two. One is they reached out to me, or actually, again, this was 1000 Heads reaching out to me because they wanted to use part of my Pixel Buds A review in their commercial. And they used this, but we had a signed agreement and they were going to pay to be able to use this. This is something that's extremely common. If a company wants to use part of your video, part of your work, as part of promotional material for something they're doing, they're going to pay to do that. It's to pay to have that right. And once they used this in the video, I never got paid for it. Now, it wasn't like a substantial amount, so it wasn't something that I pushed. It's not something I'm going to go back and forth about because at the end of the day, it's not really worth it. But I think this is really bad business practice. And, you know, for some people, it can affect how they see a company. And again, 1000 Heads did this, not Google, but Google still has to be responsible for the companies that they hire and the communication that those companies have with the people they're going to be doing business with. And then the last thing, and this is what I think is funny from not being on TeamPixel anymore, is Google themselves reached out to me to ask about using a specific picture that I posted. They said that there's a possibility they want to use it on their site, but they want to go ahead and ask permission, and they wanted to ask for like the original file so that they have like full resolution and everything. And it was going to be using the picture on their store's site basically to help promote Pixels. And I agreed to it. I said, sure, it's fine, whatever. It was just a picture. Even after doing that, which would be promoting Pixels, I have been dropped from TeamPixel. So it's very strange how Google handles some of the things that they're handling. I don't think I should have been pulled from TeamPixel, especially after, agreeing to let them use stuff of mine to promote Pixel devices. Again, there's some communication issues there, but I wanted to do this video again. This, I don't think, immediately should have viewers or people that are fans of tech just immediately disregarding any video that they see on the new Pixels. Everybody didn't agree to this thing that I showed you on the screen. People that are part of TeamPixel are not necessarily the people that are getting review units from Google themselves. So I wanted to clarify that. And I think it's always important to kind of pull back the curtain so you guys know kind of how it looks behind the scenes sometimes. But guys, that's my video on TeamPixel or Google or however you want to look at it. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, stay tuned for more.